Hi guys, welcome to Wright Cinemas. Yes, I am back. Also, one very quick thing first is I know that the person who disliked the video saying I was coming back is probably going to dislike this one. But then the question I then pose to them, if they do choose to watch this, is if you dislike my video saying I'm coming back, why the fuck are you watching this one? Clearly your single brain cell doesn't compute the idea. If you don't like something, rather than complaining about it, just don't watch it. Clearly, inbreeding has caused problems. Anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about that, because they mean absolutely sod all. The only people that matter to me are the people who like, the people who enjoy, and the people who are my friends. Anyway, I have a small stack here to go. I'll just explain this. That's games. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, that's 3D glasses. Super Mario VHS, and this is games. This is right at the top's Walking Dead. Then we have Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Then we have Star Wars, Stranger Things, stuff like that. And then this is all horror and Arrow Video horror and A8 Films horror, 101 horror, etc. Over there is Blu-rays. This wall back here where the camera is at the moment, well, iPad, is retro video games, Sega and Nintendo predominantly. In the cupboard over there is all my PlayStation stuff. Then we have Xbox 360, Doctor Who, PC, a Nintendo section, which is like GameCube, Wii, DS, Switch. Then we have old retro, which is Commodore 64, Spectrum, etc. Then we have two spare shelves, which will be for Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, and any other consoles I decide to get, because I plan on getting a few. Then we have cables I've done at the moment, magazines. Then we have two TVs here, the big 65 on the wall, 32 on the wall lower down, which would be for retro. Then I have all my games consoles and Blu-ray players and 4K players and surround system set up here, all front facing, because there's no room for surround in here. So I've got all front facing, so for good sound. There's a TV on that wall with two speakers for an arcade area, which I will show you when I do the room tour. The room is about 70% complete. Maybe 60. I've got a lot to do. I want to get it done, so I hope to do a room tour. I hope to film it next week if all goes well, and then air it within the next 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Tell you how long it takes to edit, because unfortunately I can't edit. I can stitch, so I've got my intro and outros already ready. I can whack those onto the beginning and end of here, but for some reason the software that I cut my footage with has gone, because when I updated my iPad, as per usual, it no longer worked. I don't have a laptop at the moment because, well, I have a broken laptop which works, but I'm stripping data off it because it's just not going online. I've got two old laptops in the hallway which I'm trying to fix that were my mum's. Very quickly going to, I've been off air because obviously you know my mum has gone into a care home as she has mixed dementia. She has Alzheimer's and vascular dementia, which is quite rare to have both. She doesn't know who my dad is. She doesn't know who I am. She doesn't know who my brother is. She doesn't know who anyone is. She knew who one of her sisters was, but then it's because they said she's progressed back for 50 years or so. Basically, she remembers when she was a kid, a teenager, but she doesn't remember meeting my dad upwards. But then another conversation, she'll remember having kids, and then she won't, then she will. It's fluctuating. Fortunately, from what happened with Sarah's mum and Sarah's dad, I know in my heart, I don't know how much time she's got. She's degrading quickly. I may lose her this year, I may lose her next year. But with COVID, it's very hard to see her. I've been phoning the care home. I spoke to her once and she knew I was her son, but didn't know my name. And then another time I spoke, she didn't know who I was at all. So it hits me. But they say she's in the home, she's settled nicely, she's interacting with people, she's knitting, she's joining with activities, which is good. It was, my dad couldn't cope with her because he has spine disease. He's on his own for the first time in 50 years. He's lonely. So we hope to see him in March if all goes well. Unfortunately, we had more bad news 2 days ago. 2 years ago, my cousin died of a heart attack at 36. His brother has died now at 51. We don't know the ins and outs. He had a heart bypass operation, a triple bypass, 4 years ago. and he'd been taken to the hospital because he wasn't well, and he died in the ambulance. I only found out 2 days ago. I've been signed off because it kind of hit me really hard, because I've known him since I was 10. My other cousin, I kind of knew him, but I didn't have as much interaction as I did this one. It did still hit me quite hard, but this one, it was because I was recovering from the dealing with my mum. It landed at the time when it just hit me the most. Had it happened in a year's time, it would have upset me just as much, but I think my mental health would be able to cope with it more because it was currently dealing with something else. Anyway, I have an update today, very small, just 2 small stacks of what I know. I don't believe I've shown you. I may, if I have shown you, I do apologise. I can't remember, my brain's all over the place. But this is the last lot to go away, which means anything else will be new in. I know for a fact 3 of them are definitely new, but I don't know about the others. And as you can see, I know. But that will change. We've got a massive garden. We've got a 110-foot garden to sort. But you see part of the room, that's the hallway, obviously. That glass doors to the bathroom, which is there. It's a nice bathroom. If you want to see a tour of the house when it's finished, let me know. I'm happy to do one at some point. If you want to see it, obviously I won't show you where I live, but you'll see the house, how it's been done, what we've done with it. Anyway, let's get on with the update, and then I'll discuss what's happening in the future of my channel and my plans, and how I plan to ease myself back into it, not jump back into it. Okay. The first one we have is the house collection, which is all 4 house films. I did have this before with the book, the collector's edition. I got rid of stuff I enjoy because my mental health just went off the rails. I don't know why. I got rid of stuff I enjoyed. I just did, which is frustrating. Then I have the Ring collection, which I did again have before, but both of these I ended up paying a lot less than I initially paid for them, so it's not so bad. Edge of the Axe there, which is another Arrow release, obviously. Double-sided, probably can't see it, but I'm going to get a better double-sided cover. I am going to try and get a better setup soon for this. You Should Have Left, which is Kevin Bacon, where he and his family go to a house on a vacation and rent this house in the middle of nowhere. And it's kind of like a twisted reality where, I won't go too much into it because of this, but it's actually really good. I really enjoyed this. It was quite creepy. There's twists and turns, and it was quite a good outcome of it, a good ending. The way they did it was very clever. The Wind, which I think is a sort of serial killer one, I'm not sure. Can't see it there, double cover. It's quite neat. It looks quite interesting because I'm trying to go for a 4 Arrow collection over time. Then we have, this one first. This is Train to Busan Steelbook Collector's Edition down there, which includes Seoul Station, which is the animated prequel, Train to Busan, which I really enjoyed these. And then at the same time I had Train to Busan Peninsula come, which is that one, which was again really good. Not as good as Train to Busan, but it was still good. It was very well done. Then we have Colour Outer Space, which is Nicolas Cage, which looks quite interesting, so I will have a look at that. Chill Factor, which is another Arrow horror film. I'm trying to go for like a, let's see, other cover, full collection. Then we have this one still sealed, that only come the other day. The Thing from Another World, which is obviously the very first version of The Thing. This holds bad memories and good memories. I enjoy it, but the last time I remember watching it properly was when my dad was rushed to hospital with kidney stones about 20 years ago or so. So it's quite a weird memory. The Prey. I need to get the one in the mind. I can't remember what it's called now. Then I have the Gremlins 4K collector's set. Obviously, it's like that. This has a set of photo cards, a nice little booklet, and then obviously the 4K release. So I traded my other version in to CX and got, I think I got some games and some movies. And I have this, which is the It collection steelbook set. It's dented. I'm pretty sure I have shown this one. but I got 20 quid off it. I can't go wrong. That's the first ones there, over there, and then the balloon at the back. And obviously you then get a poster and that. The 4K. I do love these films. A lot of people are kind of iffy about them. I just think they're brilliant. I really enjoy them. And then obviously we have the second one. And obviously again, poster discs. Yeah, I find them enjoyable. I do apologise for putting that upside down for a start. The way I'm filming the video at the moment, because I hope to have a table and then the seat here or there, so I'm sat down and you're not so far away, because otherwise you probably got to like lean into shot and then you don't see the picture very well. Excuse me. Then obviously I have my Dawn of the Dead collector's set, which again was damaged in transit, but I got a discount on it again. Because for me, in the day, I'm watching the films, I'm not watching the box. We get the book, Dawn of the Dead. And you get another book, Dissecting the Dead, which is like a big long sort of behind the scenes thing. And you get these two. So you get, this is the Second Sight Films release. These 3 soundtracks, which is cool. And then you get this one, which is the films. So you get the 4K theatrical cut, the 4K extended cans cut, the 4K the Argento cut, and then a disc of special features. I think they brought out the Blu-ray set as well, but I went for the 4K. And the I haven't watched it yet, because I watched it a while ago on DVD, so I'm holding off. Because I had everything packed away for the move. It took me ages to get unpacked. So I decided what I was going to do is, once I'm fully unpacked, I can then go from there. So that was annoying me. I've got the last 3. Okay, these arrived yesterday, I think. I have a French copy of Jumping Jack Flash in Blu-ray. It cost 12 quid. Because the American version is either sold out or selling for 200 quid. Piss off. It's $12.99, so I grabbed it because my wife loves that film. So I grabbed that so we would have it before it went up in price again. Before people found it and started doing that. Because there's one I wanted. The True Lies Blu-ray. That's 200 quid now. Or sold out. It's just ridiculous. I'm keeping an eye if it gets any cheaper. I got Wish Upon, which I saw on Netflix and actually enjoyed. One where she finds this box, makes a wish, and then something bad happens for that wish to come true. Like she wishes to have money, and a relation of hers dies the next day, and she gets the money from them and has a wealthy life because of it. But then wishes for something else, and something else happens. It's actually pretty well done. I quite like the white case as well. It's the Italian import. And then the last one I got was an old classic. It's Orca, the Killer Whale. This is a German, I think, German release. Plays in English, absolutely fine. Quite a good transfer, actually. But I like the film. I remember it from years ago. I tried watching it last night and fell asleep. Not because it was boring, it's because I chose probably the wrong... I was really tired. And I thought, I'll watch this. I felt tired but couldn't sleep, and then I put it on and fell asleep. And then I went upstairs, got in the bed, and then couldn't sleep. So, fuck knows. Anyway, so that's my little update. So, plans. I won't make this too long because it's already 14 minutes. I don't want to bore the shit out of you too much. I'd like to hear from you what you want to see of the room, from the room tour. Do you want to see like do you want to see a shelf by shelf again? Now the shelves are all full. Do you want me to do gaming and movie videos separately, or just so if I get a gaming and movie haul, show them all together, but do like the movies first, the games second, or intermingle? Do you want shelf by shelf to include games or just movies? I plan on doing. I tried reviews. I've not got I ad lib for everything. I don't plan. I don't have scripts. I tried that. I have brought a whiteboard to put down so I can try and do some scripts or use it as pointers for names for things, stuff like that. I want to thank everyone for sticking with me, who has stuck with me. I think I've lost a few subscribers, but clearly they weren't people who really mattered if they've left. But those who stayed, thank you. I haven't commented much on your videos, but I have been liking, I have been watching. I wasn't in the right place. I'm still not fully in the right place, but I am more than I was. I plan on doing videos monthly, maybe every other month for a few months first. So basically in the next 6 months, I plan to do a minimum of 3 videos, possibly 4. And then after those 6 months, I plan on doing fortnightly. So I'll double up. So what I might do during this time is film more videos back to back, so I can do that or something like that. Then I plan on doing obviously a shelf by shelf. I just want to get your feedback of how you want to see it. Room tour, house tour if you want to see the house when it's finished. It's not finished yet. There's painting to do. There's the garden to do, but I'm happy to do a room tour at some point. Room and garden, house and garden tour if you want to see it. I'm looking at possibly doing some live streams one day, maybe a gaming live stream, a movie live stream, maybe a movie discussion or something like that. If any of you are interested in doing a live discussion with me, let me know. I'd be sort of interested to see who wants to. If no one does, then obviously I won't, because it's pointless having a live discussion on my own. I just look crazy. And then I was going to do a time lapse of the room being made up, but I had nowhere to put the camera. And then when I tried putting it, it kept falling over. It would have been a time lapse of a floor, which is not quite the same. It wouldn't have changed much. Something else. I'll do a tour, shelf by shelf. Halloween Horror Night will be happening this year. I've got plenty of time to prepare this time. It's only going to be like what I normally do: two reviews, 2 games, 2 movies, sorry, horror related. I plan on. There's a lot of plans, he says, and I'm going to something else. That's as far as I've planned at the moment. There are other ideas in my head, but I want to try them before I say them, because I'll probably do them and they go, God, that was crap, and not bother. But as you can see, finally, this is as far as I got. I did this last night till 2 in the morning. I've got some stuff down there. There's a chair here, filled with crap. Well, not crap, stuff. I've not been crapping here. Some stuff down here, which is why I've not moved very much. Some stuff down there. There's attic is full of stuff. I've got players and Blu-ray players, DVD players, and the attic I need to go through, because I've got a player there, a 4K player there, Blu-ray player there, then game consoles. I've got some game consoles I need to sort out today, which I'm going to rewire in over there and over there. And I've got pictures to put up, because at the moment I have none. I have a Sega and Nintendo sign above the Sega and Nintendo section. I've got a space up there to fill. Up here I want to put something. Above the TV I want to put something down the side. The sides of this one unit, and probably some small stuff down the edges. Along the bottom I'll leave blank. Up there, across there, I want to really sort of, I want to have like a gaming theme in some areas and a movie theme in others. So I'm trying to keep the movie theme here and here, and then this side above will be the gaming feel, and then up there will be gaming. So kind of like, I don't want to overkill it. I've got trunking to do. I've got cables hanging everywhere, look a mess. I'm going to sort of narrow them down and trunk them with a white trunk. It's going to look a bit silly, but I need to trunk them. I can't do them to the sides of the way the cables sit, but I've got another cable to wire in before I can trunk. It sounds like a metaphor, doesn't it? I'll use the VR. Oh, I'm going to be selling that on eBay, because I couldn't use it, because unfortunately I'm one of the poor sods that suffer from motion sickness in games, and it was really good, but I literally would have It says drunken bar fight. Unfortunately, playing it, I felt like I was drunk and I was going to vomit. So kind of like the real thing, really. And also I had the shit kicked at me in every version. So kind of like the real thing, really. So if you want realism where you're going to feel like you're going to vomit, fall over and be beaten up constantly, then just go to your local pub. But I said it because it was good, but I couldn't deal with it. Because I know some people were fine with VR, but I'm not. Anyway, off shoot there. But yeah, so that's it from me. I will give a proper update. My brain's still a bit fuzzy, so I do apologise if I seem a bit all over the place. Thank you to everyone again who's stuck with me, contacted me. You know who you are. Apologies to the person who I sent the parcel to with their photo on the front of it, because I just wasn't thinking. You know, says on photo ID, at least they can't say this is my ID, and they go, that's not you. Go, well, it is. so you know who you are. And yeah, so settled into a new home, getting interested in new routine. Got to edit this now and then upload it. So there'll be footage of me walking off screen, and if you'll probably see a hand coming and turning it off. But until I can get editing software, that's the only way I can do it. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. You take care. Be good. See you soon. Bye-bye. See ya!